So, first of all, tell me how's life been post-marriage?
Amazing. I always thought, and people around me also would always tell me that you're the happiest kid, you're the happiest girl we know, including you. And when I was getting married, everybody said that the bar of happiness has been set so high that it will be very difficult for your partner to match it. And I just feel that the level of happiness has just gotten much, much, much higher. And I'm so happy and blessed to have Mithunji as my partner because he is an incredible person, kind, loving, caring to the extent that I can't even describe.
Do you jam, you talk music, or how do you?
Well, we don't talk music about music much at home. That's a rule that we've set for ourselves, and we try to follow it as much as possible. Sometimes we have opinions, something that we hear and we share it with each other. But most of the times we maintain because music is our work, and we prefer that we don't discuss work at home. He calls me to sing, and like he would call me before. He's given me some really amazing songs to sing before also when we were not together, and it's just the same way. And whenever I am in need of advice because he's much senior to me, I go to him.
So tell me, in your journey, where do you find yourself today? I'm in terms of your profession, your personal, your social work. That chapter we talk later. Tell me about professionally. Where do you see that? Where is it going now?
Professionally, I find myself in a very peaceful space, I would say, because first of all, when I started off, because I come from a Marwari family, came all the way to Mumbai with my family, from Indore to become a singer. I thought that maybe someday I'll get to sing one song in some film, maybe like after years of time. But I got my first break very soon, followed by some really incredible songs. Still, I am getting to sing unbelievably amazing songs, getting to work in some incredible projects. But I would say that right now I'm in a very peaceful professional space. I feel content at the same time. Feel enthusiastic about what is to be followed. But yeah, I'm in a very happy, comfortable space.
Where do you see playback singing going, the kind of cinema that we are making today? Where do you see playback singing going? In a sense, ki songs are less. Of course, we are trying to make spectacles and all that, and it's more about halla bulla type. Tell me about that. In terms of playback, you feel happy, satisfied? You think because cinema has changed, playback also has changed, the form has changed, the way you apply yourself for a song also, how does it work for you?
I don't feel that the application has changed much, but like you said, because we are, for lack of a better word, evolving with times. Of course, the storytelling style has changed. What people are accepting has changed in terms of cinema. So music is a part of cinema if you're talking about Bollywood music per se. So obviously the number of songs are limited in some films, whereas there are films where are equally equal number of songs as before. I would say that it's a very crucial time because when I feel that whenever that turnover happens, that's a very important time for creative people. And in such times also, if I'm getting to sing good songs, I feel that those songs are very significant in terms of their contribution towards the change in time. And that's why that sincerity, that focus, that alertness is quite a lot. It's much more than before because earlier we were going with the flow, and I think now the time is within the span of I would say transition zone. So yeah, that's why that focus is on understanding the significance of your role in the whole process. So that is something that is changed, I feel, in terms of my performance. But my application is pretty much the same. I'm really happy that the music composers are calling me for songs and songs that I am excited about. You know that I've always been very about lyrics. So now composers know that I wouldn't sing a song which has lyrics which I wouldn't associate with or don't relate with. So yeah, in that sense, I'm happy that I'm getting to do significant work.
How many songs of those uncomfortable lyrics have you rejected? Tell me that. Give me a volume number.
It's not been a lot, but there've been like some really
Catchy song.
hit songs that
That-
I
that
have
you
not
rejected.
sung. Yeah.
बोलना नाम मत बोलना खाली लफड़ा हो जाएगा तो टेल मी Palak, you think because of this transition independent music has got its space which was long due overdue rather.
It's wonderful, you know why? Because India is a country filled with talent. And earlier, if you're a singer, if you have to make it, then the only source or the only platform to make it big was to sing for films. And obviously, we have limited number of films made in a year, so not everybody can get a break. But today, even if you have a certain number of following on social media, you can consider them as your ultimate audience, and you can cater to them. You don't need to. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you don't have to, constantly pursue a music composer or a label or a production house. There's so many talented people जिनका talent बाहर ही नहीं आ पाया पहले के time पे. Whereas now, if you're talented, if you have a good voice, if you can sing well, then you have your own audience, and I think it's a great space. And in terms of independent music, also, like earlier we used to compare ourselves with people in the West, that you don't have to sing for films to become famous or to have your own sort of domain. And I feel that that is happening now. People are a lot more receptive of independent music, and I think that it's a great time.
It was a great time for singers because royalty was overdue for years, from the time Lata Mangeshkar's fight
Yeah.
that began ages ago. Finally, singers are getting their royalty and good amount. It's not that it's not trickling, it's actually
Yeah.
filling your bank accounts.
It is.
Tell me about it because a lot of senior singers I met and they were so thrilled about it. At least उनका बुढ़ापा संवर गया.
Correct. बिल्कुल सही है. And so many people have fought for this, including Lata ji was the one who kind of brought it to the notice of what I can say, people of substance. I feel that it's a great thing that this has finally happened, and a lot of people, especially veterans, जिनके पास में भी सेविंग्स इतनी नहीं थी, उनके घर रॉयल्टी की वजह से अभी चल रहे हैं. एंड म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर्स और लिरिसिस्ट की भी अगर हम बात करें, it's amazing that people are getting due credit and due royalties, and I'm really happy about that. And singers are always in a good space. I mean, if you have a song, you have concerts, you have so many other avenues, and now royalties also. So I think it's a great space to be in.
So it's a very technical question. I'm not going to add to the story, but is that when you sing your own song live, what happens? Who takes the royalty? अगर तुम्हारा concert, I'm just asking for my curiosity. You sing on a stage, you sing all your songs, but you will also have to pay a certain amount, the performance fee or something, or the event company.
The event company pays for it. Yeah.
Tell me, there's another evil too. It's an evil that has arrived, and it comes basically for that. The artificial intelligence. And Rahman, somebody like Rahman, has actually used songs of the the senior singer, the older, I think the past away also, their music, their voice for recreating another song. Tell me, is it healthy? But first, in opinion, then we talk about AI as an evil.
I feel that technology generally also is a powerful tool. At the same time, it comes with its repercussions and its cons. Earlier, we used to talk about autotune, then there were other procedures. We as human race have evolved so much because of technology, and I think AI obviously has a lot more cons than pros, according to me. If it is not used sensibly, because we can already witness so many crimes happening around us using that particular tool. So I feel that any technology, any advancement has to be used with right moral space. And if it's used in the right sense, it can obviously enhance the human performance. That's how I see it, because obviously humans cannot be replaced. Human performance cannot be replaced. I mean, if I sing a song, you may be able to take my voice maybe years later, but how will you get my my exclusive emotion that I put into a song. If a veteran singer, not talking about a Himanshu, but by anybody, and if that person was alive, he would have sung it in a different way. So obviously, technology cannot replace a human being, but can definitely enhance a human performance.
How do you look at AI as a tool? Because people are very wary. As of now, Sohan Kapoor, I was talking to some other singers also. They felt, now you can't stop people from using the voice. If they are using our voice, like Sanjay Tandon also told me, they're using our voice, he's using the singers, let them get the family gets some kind of money, some kind of amount. Do you agree with that?
Of course, I feel that voice is a copyright entity, and if anybody's voice is being used, first of all, consent should be taken. That is basic. And if you're using a voice, you cannot be using it free of the cost, because it's obviously a tool with which people get paid. It's a skill, and you work a lot on your voice. Obviously, voice is basically a God's gift, but then you have to work a lot on it to polish it, to make it sound suitable for different genres of songs. So I feel that I completely agree with Sanjay ji that if a singer's voice is used and if the person is not here with us anymore, then the family should be taking the authority to.
What next? And then we'll talk about your surgery. 3,000 cross हो गया कि नहीं? Just talking to somebody, I overheard.
3,000 होने वाले हैं.
हाँ.
And I'm really actually it very I've always been super blessed. मुझे लगता है मेरे साथ बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेशल चीज़ें हुई हैं लाइफ में, एंड वो बहुत एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी का जो पैरामीटर है वो इतना हाई सेट हुआ है कि कभी कभी मैं सिंक भी नहीं कर पाती, उससे पहले नेक्स्ट बड़ी चीज़ हो जाती है. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ देम की 3,000 सर्जरीज. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर द फर्स्ट सो कॉल्ड कॉन्सर्ट आई वाज डूइंग बैक इन इंदौर ऑन अ ट्रॉली, एंड आई वाज जस्ट सिंगिंग विद द किड, एंड ऐसा लग रहा था पता नहीं इस बच्चे की सर्जरी के लिए पैसे जमा होंगे भी कि नहीं. 3-4 जगह मैं पलाश हम लोग आएंगे एंड तब पैसे इकट्ठे कर पाएंगे. बट टुडे I've reached 3,000 surgeries, and that's not a small number. I'm truly grateful for the journey. Really am. Yeah.
That, I think 4 years. How old were you the first time you went shop पे लेके डब्बा?
That time 5 years.
बहुत सारे मेरे को बात कर. I know mommy telling me. To here you arrived, huh?
Yeah.
What more you do want to do? You've always been contributing to society, but tell me what more.
Now I have my own foundation. Till now I have been donating my own earnings. I've been performing and donating my remuneration, but because there have been so many people who've been wanting to associate themselves with my mission. So now I have a foundation where people can contribute to my mission if they want. The next big thing is a hospital for me, which already started work on. So I have a land. We're establishing a hospital जहाँ पे free of the cost surgeries हो सके.
In Bombay? Indore.
Starting from Indore.
हाँ यार तुम्हारा origin.
क्या बात है?
I'm so happy. हाँ.
Then I'm planning to have different branches if it grows in the right way. So yeah, that's something that I always wanted to do, and today I feel that I'm capable of doing that by God's grace. So that is another big thing.
And in terms of cinema, what is happening movies?
Cinema, some really amazing songs I have been getting to sing since last 1 year. तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही amazing गाने हुए हैं, and post marriage my work has just gotten like insanely doubled. Doubled at least.
मिथुन की जिंदगी में आने से बदल या शादी के बाद changes.
So yeah, some amazing composers, new composers also I've worked with, some amazing projects that I've sung for. So yeah, and not only the singing for films, something else is also happening, also judging a reality show which will be announced soon. So yeah, good things.
I saw that video she sent me about तुम्हारा अयोध्या. Tell me about the feeling that when you went there to Ayodhya, and you actually तुमने भजन भी गाए ना?
So I was invited for the inauguration ceremony, and I couldn't go there for some reason. But then I was invited again by the committee to perform Rag Seva. Rag Seva is an initiative by the Ayodhya Trust, wherein singers, some really incredible senior singers have performed there during the span of a month. So there I was invited to perform Raag Seva and dedicate bhajans to Sri Ramji, and I was actually sitting inside the temple and singing bhajans to Bhagwan Shri Ram. And my darshan couldn't be better in any way. The moment I reached there, I was already feeling so overwhelmed. The minute the whole thing was announced, like every other Indian, I was really overwhelmed. And when I entered the mandir, I just started crying, and I knew that I would cry, but the feeling was something else. I am a very spiritual person, religiously spiritual, and I have visited many तीर्थ स्थान धार्मिक स्थल. I always get emotional, but this feeling was something else, because there's it's not just, I was speaking to him also and I said the same thing, that it's not just about the mahal that was created around it. I mean, we all have been hearing the stories of injustice and how the right thing has to happen, and when you reach there, you actually feel that power of justice, and that emotion also I felt over there. And I feel that I was really fortunate to have witnessed something like this and to be there, and especially to be able to sing in front of him. So yeah, it was amazing.
Did you eat any local food there? This boy stayed about 15 days there.
And, yeah, I did.
What do you eat local? Local what you eat? My house is 80 kilometers away from my
लोकल किसको बुलाएंगे? मैंने मतलब वहाँ का खाना खाया लोकल. शाम को हम लोग बाहर भी गए थे, एक मेले जैसी जगह पर,
राम की पैड़ी के पास आई थी.
हाँ,
वहाँ
राम
पर
का-
खाने का
राम
बहुत
का-
सारा वो है, छप्पन जैसा वहाँ माहौल है.
हाँ, छप्पन जैसा है बिल्कुल.
To tell me, my interview is not complete without asking a question on Salman. Your life and Salman, that bonding, that that he
Yeah.
has this thing for, and of course it is between the two of you all. Tell me how is it? And मतलब पूछना था, इसके लिए पूछा मैंने.
My relationship with Salman, so you have witnessed it very closely. That's when I met you the first time also there.
Yeah.
And I feel that he has been one of the biggest supports I've had in Mumbai. When I came here, I hardly knew anybody, and when I came here, I was prepared to do all the struggle. I had made a demo CD कि मैं जाके सबको सुनाऊंगी और सबसे मिलूंगी जाकर. मैंने कॉल्स भी लगाने शुरू कर दिए थे, that नमस्ते अंकल, मैं पलक मुचल, मैं मुंबई आ गई हूँ, as if everybody was waiting for me, and please मेरे लायक कुछ काम हो तो बताइए. And in that series, I called him Rumi Jafri uncle, and he made me meet him very soon after I arrived here, and he was very kind from the first meeting itself. He told me that soon you're going to sing for my film, and he fulfilled that promise. Then he made me meet so many important people. He introduced me to a lot of people, recommended my name to so many of them, contributed to my mission also, sponsored 100 surgeries. As of now, talking about today, no decision of my life is taken without him knowing about it. He is as much involved as I would say myself in any professional decision that I take. I have to call him and tell him कि sir ये हो रहा है. Sometimes it's like how can you do this? And sometimes it's like good you're doing this. But he has a saying in everything that I do, and I truly value his contribution.
Listen to him.
Hmm?
You listen to him or no?
Most of the time.
वो दादागिरी भी बहुत करता है ना.
Most of the times I do. He's been asking me to keep some amount of money for myself lately, which I've not been able to hear completely, follow completely, but I'm because I have a waiting list also.
अपने लिए भी कर रखो.
हाँ.
जो वो नहीं करता है.
Exactly. एंड अभी भी अगर मेरी लाइफ में कोई अचीवमेंट होता है, मैं बहुत खुश हो जाती हूँ कि सर ऐसा हुआ. इज़ लाइक ओके हो गया, अब आगे क्या. सो ही हैज़ अ प्लान फॉर माई करियर, माई लाइफ, एंड आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू हैव हिम एज माई एज अ बिग सपोर्ट
एंड गाइडिंग फोर्स एक्चुअली.
एक सवाल सलमान से जुड़ा. मतलब सलमान कभी, मतलब उनको देखो आप बहुत सुंदर हो, है ना, तो सलमान हमेशा लोगों को जो अच्छा कैमरे में दिखते हैं उनको ऑफर करते हैं कि एक्टिंग भी करो. कभी आपको ऑफर किया?
आई थिंक मैम को पता है, सिंगिंग से पहले ही वांटेड मी टू एक्ट ओनली.
हाँ, वो बता ना उसको.
So when I met him, also the first thing that he told me was that I should act, and he offered me that time also some film. Recently, तो he spoke about it, so I can.
Yeah, अभी
also
last
talk
film में भी
कि,
था.
what wanted me to be a part of किसी का भाई also. But I've always told him that singing से related कुछ काम है तो आप मुझे बताइए, acting is not my cup of tea. But yeah, he's been very sweet.
लास्ट पलाश के बारे में क्या हालचाल, क्या हो रहा है पलाश?
Palash's next film is coming out next month. It's called Kaam Chalu Hai, again with Rajpal sir, and I'm really I feel proud that he's charted his own course of action. He's doing his own thing, you know, just carving a niche for himself.
Yeah, he needs to,
and,
yeah.
And that's really amazing. And I've seen some rushes of the film, and I just hope that people like it.
Of course. तेरा भाई है. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
If I have anything else, I'll message you.
थैंक यू बहुत